All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church. We want to start off by giving all glory and infinite praises unto
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth, that teaches this truth, and that continue to rule well. Salutations to the Akim throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line week in and week out to prophesy the gospel of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom. We wanted to come and do a quick hit on the fact that we're the true protesters on the planet Earth, man. All of these people throughout the globe, protesting for gay rights, protesting for the love of little boys, protesting for Black Lives Matter, that they're not really protesting, man. That we're the true protesters because we're the people that's actually setting the standard, going against the social norms, man, based off the scriptures. We actually have a standard in which we live by. These people don't have a standard in which they live by, man. Because here it is, you may love little boys, but yet you hate lesbians, or you hate black people, but you embrace lesbians, you embrace the homosexuality. That's no standard, man. Mm-hmm. You're not protesting anything. You're basically asking for the approval for you to commit more wickedness, man. The brother had went into it before the camera had started that we're actually pushing for boundaries to be set, man, because that's a righteous thing. These people are actually asking for boundaries to be open, man. They're trying to open the levees, man, and we're trying to shut off the levees, man.
Closing up the floodgates of hell, floodgates of wickedness, man. Because that's the problem with this place. This place is under the guise, or basically the spirit of Baphomet. Be as you are, live free. And basically live in a liberal mindset, letting any demon that's actually in your vessel flow through. Whether you want to be a pedophile, whether you want to be a beast, have sex with animals, involve yourself in the bestiality, amongst others, man. You have individuals that actually have certain complex, and they actually want to be a child in the inside. All right, and that's nothing but filthiness. Because first, before it gets protested in masses, it starts in the inside, man. And it starts from what? Promotions on top. The so-called white man will put all these different things on the internet where you can look up homosexual things, pedophile type of things, man. You can eat abominable things. You have the freedom to actually, do anything, go beyond your mind's measure, so to speak. Instead of when you deal with the scriptures, when you would actually go off, the Lord would do what? He would penalize you. All right, whether you would get whipped, whether you would get actually hung, all right, whether you would get stoned to death, because what? You would break law, statutes, and commandments, and the scriptures always said to put evil away from Israel. These people want to open up open up wickedness. That's why they protest. That's why they go out their way, because they know at the end of the day, after this protest is over and the law is passed, we have more freedom to actually be homosexuals. We have more freedom. Now they're going to open up gay clubs. We're going to have the politicians behind us. We're going to have our own economic union, so to speak. Yeah. All right. They want their own little faction of wickedness, and then that's how they grow. But through the Spirit of the Lord, it's one house, man. One righteous way. This is a spiritual monarchy, man. And it's either do the Lord's will or fall by the sword. That's the times that we live in. The Lord said, them that don't bow down. Matter of fact, let me get that. Bow down and slay before me. But you go.
While the brother's getting that, I'm gonna get the definition for the word protest. It says 14th century. A vow, pledge, solemn declaration. And who did we make a vow with? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. We made a pledge to what? Defend the gospel, man. That's our solemn declaration that, hey, man, what you people are doing is wicked, and for your wickedness the Lord shall destroy you. I'll continue. It says, declare publicly, testify, protest. It says to go down. It says to before, to be a witness. That's what it is to have a testimony or a testament, is to be a witness. But the main point I want to get to is it goes down for 1751 when it was literally being pushed by the white man. It was expressing of dissent from or rejection of prevailing morals. So that's what we have a dissent, and we're totally rejecting and we're against the ways of America. Mm-hmm. We're the true protesters. You're literally not protesting anything. You're basically coming out making a statement saying, hey, give me more rights. That's not protesting. What are you against? You're for the society.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
we're against the society. You're pro-society. We're anti-society, man.
Yeah.
So what are you protesting, man? You're just asking for more rights. You're begging for more rights. You're beggars, man.
Yep.
We're the true protesters. But you can bring out what you had, huh?
Yeah, this is Luke 19:14. But his citizens hated him and sent the message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. Right, and when you go into the word reign, that represents actually establishing yourself as a king. Now, the individuals that hated him, they actually spoke against him, so they protested against Yahweh Shai. And who did they went as far as actually freeing, if I'm not mistaken, Barabbas, man, all right, which was a murderer. Mm-hmm. So they were protesting against Yahweh Shai because what they were pro-Rome, they were pro-Greece when they was in that society. Now they're pro-America, all right. And when it has anything that establishes righteousness and truth and just righteous ways, the people of Israel, they hate it and they condemn it, man. Mm-hmm. Look at the Maccabees. The Maccabees had to flee, man. They had to run their actual native country because first you had Edomites that was breaking them down and destroying everything that was righteous and setting up abominations. And on two, you had Jake, sellout niggas, conspiring and coming up with a coalition, man. That's where you have the Pharisees now. The Pharisees really started during the time of Maccabees, man. John Hyrcanus and different individuals, and you had the Sadducees. Same thing now. You got you have the House of Republican and the representatives, but you have Israelites that's on both ends. Now they don't have their own economic name on top of that, but these different individuals, that's these Jesse Jacksons, all right, these type of Israelites, so-called blacks and Latinos that push out different things, push out the narrative of the people so that they could knock on Satan's door and get more blessings, man. Mm-hmm. That's what it goes when everything goes up to the House, it goes to the different branches, and they discuss, and it goes to what? The top of the satanic pyramid, and it comes down with more rights and blessings for the people to do more evil, man.
Yeah, they pushing out, they always got a chant when they protest.
They always got a chant.
Pushing out that negative energy, those demons.
So that's exactly what it is.
Left hand side.
On the left hand side.
If y'all do say y'all are protesters, yeah, you're in total rejection of Yahweh Shai, man. Mm-hmm. That's what you protest. You're protesting against the Lord, man.
Yep.
But here in this society, you're beggars. You're literally pushing for more wickedness to be at liberty to do, man. Mm-hmm. But you had something.
All right, verse 27. But those mine enemies, which were not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Right, and in this thing, see, our people are in a trick bag, man. Because they think what they push for is going to be the righteous way. But when the Lord establishes that which is right, it ain't no say-so, man. It's going to be a monarchy. Mm-hmm. The kingdom of heaven is going to be ruled with an iron hammer, man. If disobedience, the act of disobedience is immediate death, man. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna be no discussions. You ain't gonna be able to hire a lawyer. Yeah. You're not gonna be able to pass. No
due process.
Freedom of speech. Yeah. None of that,
There's
man.
no due process.
It ain't no due process. It ain't gonna be none of that. All that's gonna be severed away when the kingdom of heaven is gonna be established, and that goes with 2/3 of our people. All right. And I wanted to bring out this one point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give me a second to cue it up because matter of fact, going to that word protest, look at it in the etymology. Matter of fact,
okay, it says to
I actually have it right here. What I was actually looking for, but the word protest goes into the Latin testes. It has that same thing over there.
Testis.
Yep, testis. Which that's where you get testicles. Your testicles is your testes, which means your witness. Now you had these different men of the Lord that was a witness to declare the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's why it's known as the New and the Old Testament. Testimony, to have a testimony, you have to have somebody that bear witness. Mm-hmm. All right, and this is the true testament, man. This is the true witness. We're the true protesters, man. All right? Any other book that compares with can't even compare with this book. It don't matter what book Donald Trump wrote, all these individuals, it's not going to stand the test of time because it's wickedness. The wicked philosophies that the people live by, and it's going to be crushed, man. Mm-hmm. But these words endured the test of time. All right, and we reflect these words in the spirit. That's how you know we're the true protesters. Mm-hmm. All right, and everything that we're establishing, it can't be broken down because it stood the test of time. All right, And it goes to the Latin pro, which is publicly for, and testare, which is assert. So to assert yourself publicly. And does in the minute of the Lord gave us the marketplace to assert ourselves publicly and make this word known and made plain upon tables. All right, that the righteous may run that readeth it. All right, and this is the last point, to make a solemn declaration, like the brother said. Right, and to be, I wanted to bring out this one point where the word testis goes into really testicles, man. Because the Lord deals with men, man. All right, the scripture says that the Lord's flock is the Lord dwells in a congregation of men. Unto you, O men, I call. All right, the Lord's tabernacle shall reign with men. So the men at the top are the ones that's the house of David, so to speak. The women are in the background right now, man. Right. You know, and in the spirit, that's why the Lord has us going out and really pushing this word to maximum volume, because it's going to be something major that's going to be declared, and you represent your house, man.
Yeah.
So when the hell actually hits the fan, we're gonna see whose house stands. Like they have that saying, when the tides come flowing, we'll see who. I forget how it go. When the tides come, we'll see who's swimming naked, so to speak.
Yeah,
all right. And majority of you people swimming naked because you don't have these spiritual garments, man. You're not standing for righteousness. You're standing. Oh, well, they just had the other day like 300 people on the nude beach. They protest for nudity. They just protest to be freaks, man.
Yeah,
While we doing what? We fortifying ourselves upon the law, bounding ourselves upon the scripture said and that's in the law. You're supposed to bound the words, bind it in your heart, tables of your mind. So we're fortifying ourselves so when a day hits, we'll have that proper fortification to stand there with, as it says in Ephesians the 6th chapter.
I got a precept for you. Okay. This is going into what the brother said earlier. That we're just coming back in them lots, man. All right, come. We coming back in those lots as the prophets, man. We're the true protesters, and this is Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. And who is Jerusalem? Those are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
It's people before it's a place.
Yeah, it's the people before it's a place. The water. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry. You got it.
I can say, what does that sound like? Protest.
It sound like protest.
You know, that's the real definition of a protest. You know, you keep going on.
All right, it says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, we looking for the men that's against this country.
Yeah, against this
society. That's sighing and crying. You know, for all the abominations, not those who trying to look and push forward with wicked.
Yeah, upholding wickedness and shit, man. You want to deal with little boys, women licking on women, dudes penetrating men penetrating men. You know, like that's all wickedness, man. Like we in the month now. We in the month of June, which they said it as a gay pride month. See,
you know what I'm saying?
We here in Atlanta, man, we're gonna have to just suffer that shit, man. So we're signing and crying against the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. But did you have a precept?
No, we had.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, move. Matter of fact, you will read this one right here. This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 1.
Yeah, God. Proverbs 28 and 1. It says, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
And we are bold as a lion when we go out there to the highways and byways. And what happens anytime you can put an LGBT supporter in front of us, a Black Lives Matter supporter, one of these pedophile Edomite men that love little boys in front of us, and they can plead their cause. When we bring our cause against them, that all they can do is just run up the street, man. They flee because we're as bold lions, man. That's what it is to prophesy, man. As it said in Ezekiel. Did you have something?
Yeah, and I wanted to build on that spirit of what the brother just said, that righteous, when he stand up. Said that's Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, or that Proverbs 28.
Oh, that was Proverbs 28 and 1. I got the Wisdom of Solomon on cue though.
Well, yeah, I just had this one precept to add to that Proverbs 28 and 1. This is Proverbs 30 and 30. A lion which is strongest among beasts and turneth not away for any. So that's us, man. We ain't turning away for nothing. Hey, these individuals will protest, and then after, say for instance, where's the Trayvon Martin protesters? Where's the Big Mikes? All these different protesters that stood for a couple minutes to see somebody get shot down. Where are they today, man? Right. They ain't standing up, man.
Kick back.
They kicking back. Because they do these different things just to be seen, man.
Yeah, just for the moment.
Hey, and it was this individual that came to account. We knew this, the top dude from the Black Lives Matter, which he's a bug out.
Yeah, straight bug out.
You know, he's all into just basically making a name for himself, being seen, man, using that as a platform to be a demon. You know, being a weirdo, so to speak. And that's majority of our people, man. And I wanted to bring out this one thing, because you know, our people, they're in this Lady Liberty spirit. They're in this American you know, standard of they're under this American standard of living. Now, when you go into Libertas was basically the image for freed slaves. All right, and that's where you have, of course, Lady Liberty, because Lady Liberty represents giving liberty to freed slaves to do what? Gather abroad, do as much wickedness as they want, be a part of the demon, the beast system.
Yeah, the Roman society, which is here in America. Do as thou wilt, man.
Yeah.
And you jakes will have it so.
Yeah. Exactly. And this is one thing I want to bring out. This is Libertas. It says Libertas was associated with Peleus, commonly worn by the freed slave. Among the Romans, the cap of felt was the emblem of liberty. When a slave obtained his freedom, he had his head shaved and wore instead of his hair an undyed pelleas. So it would be basically the modern day fitted. You would actually put a fitted on a individual to actually represent that they were freed slaves. Hence the phrase servos and ad pelleum vocare is a summon to liberty by which slaves were frequently called upon to take up arms with the promise of liberty. And is that not the military? That's the first thing they do when they initiate you in the military. A lot of times they shave your head, man.
Yeah.
They shave your head, they reclothe
everything but your eyebrows, man.
Yep, they break you down. They frame you upon their ideologies, make you watch their movies, and then now you're active enough to go get your head blown off, man.
Yeah, they do it with all these
programming
groups that come over here trying to get trying to get admission into the United States. They put a lot of these people in the military, man. That's the only way they can actually get their green card.
Yep, because everything is a programming it, and we're actually being programmed in this spiritual military, all right, to come against this carnal military, this world, this kingdom. All right, and I wanted to bring out this last scripture. Y'all had anything y'all wanted to bring out?
Let me bring this one.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Wisdom of Solomon. This is Wisdom of Solomon going back to the protesting. Like, we're the true protesters, man. As the brother said earlier, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. And these people have afflicted us, you faggots, you pedophile ass man. The Edomites themselves, the government, you 2/3 niggas, all of you people oppress us, man. With your wicked abominations that's done before us, man. Because we're vexed by it.
All of you partook in the stabbing of Yahweh Shai, man.
Gun.
Whether directly or indirectly. You watched that on that movie, that Snoop Dogg movie that came out years ago, Bone. All the individuals actually partook in stabbing Snoop, because he was basically a death angel in that movie. And they all partook in stabbing him to basically say this blood is going to be on all of our hands. So us collectively, we all convicted of the crime, you know? Okay. And you can't really blame one or another, because we all did it collectively. And that's 2/3 of our people. All of you collectively killed whom the world calls Jesus Christ, which is Yahweh Shai, man.
Brother, you threw a stone at him, you spat upon him,
right.
You laughed at him, you mocked. And the same niggas do it to us to this day, man. Hey, well, call the angels down. Tell them to get you off the cross. That's niggas, man. That's niggas.
That's a
I'll finish this off. It says,
and that's why we declaring it. That's why we protest against our own people, man. Because we're our own government. We're a government outside of the government of America. We're a government outside even the government of our own people. We don't associate ourselves with black. That's a people, which is niggas, represents darkness, void of light. We're not black people. We're not Latinos. We're not Spanish. We're not Hispanics. We're not Jamaicans. We're not Haitians. We're built from a whole nother fabric, man.
I'll finish this off on the
And that's what makes us the biggest threat, because Esau can't control us with these worldly things that other people buy into, man.
Yeah, I got a point, and that's going to go into, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. And that's going into what the brother is saying. Like, these people, you make no account of our labor because you don't see the government pushing that, pushing our cause, our plead upon the earth, man.
Yeah.
You laugh, you mock, you ridicule us or whatever, but here you'll have some people over in Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street, you know, Trayvon Martin. You'll probably get a little you'll get a what it's not necessarily even a law, but it's basically a ordinance passed for that certain county, so this won't happen again. But you don't make account of our labor because Esau's not backing it, man.
That's
but
right.
You can make your point, Oxlot.
Well, you good.
No, but that was it.
Okay. This is 2 News 5:1. Nevertheless, as come in the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Right, and that's the most valuable thing that man can actually attach itself onto is faith in these times, man. Believing in solely Yahweh Shem Yahushua as that rock, which is scripture speak about. It was a time where, and we was in those times, man. But the spirit jumped on Abba Bivens, Elder Abba Bivens, and other elders to really push and drive this word, man. So it says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And we see that, man. We see the floodgates of wickedness being opened up. We see more homosexual. Hey, we could project that pedophilia is going to be legal, man. We could project that. Shit, really everything is legal at this point. There's no such thing as legal. It's just to put you behind bars, just to do your wickedness in another place where you ain't seen, and you get paid less, man.
Because it's evidence. It's a slow trickle. Because I remember when they used to literally, like, if a woman bra was like too thin, the material was too thin, they would literally bleep that out on TV. You actually got it on TV now that women can put on body paint. Here it is, she's butt naked. Yeah. She's naked, but she has on body paint. Therefore, okay, you can show that on TV. Yeah. She got on body paint.
Yeah, in the early ages of America, you know, the 80s, the 1800s, the 1700s, the early 1900s, the women were all about modest apparel. They didn't really dress all exclusively wearing all these luxury attire. Now, of course, you had classes since the beginning of time with people, and with classes, different dress codes. But for the most part, their hemline was to a certain degree, so to speak. They didn't show all the cleavage. They didn't show all their thighs. They really covered themselves.
Censorship to what they wore.
Yeah. Like when you look at women back in the day, they had the big old hats. You know, it wasn't always about really look scantily dressed. They didn't dress scantily in the time. But that's why the scripture says, "Above that which thou seest," because when you see the people, you know the state of the and the condition of the country, man. And same thing with these men. You know, you had a standard of masculinity back in the day. Now everything is revolving around fagism, man. Being an extreme sodomite. All right, and this is the last scripture. This 2 Edges 6:50. 28, if I'm not mistaken, because we established that in the 5th chapter how truth is going to be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So 6:28. As for faith, it shall flourish, and these are the times that faith is flourishing in us, man. Because it was hidden for a time, it was barren. All right. Whenever something doesn't flourish, that's the seed basically not being planted, but the Lord planted the seed in men for the spirit to flourish and to blossom. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. And that's the time that we live in. And the word declare means to make clear. How do you make these things clear? By protesting, raising up the banner, making it plain upon tables. All right, standing up as righteous, as bold as a lion. The Lord gives us the platform, the marketplace. He gives us what to say, the word. He gives us the signs, the picket fences, so to speak, the rights, the laws.
The standard.
The standard. That's right. And this is what's going to ultimately overcome everything, man, as we continue to build and spiritually progress this word.
That's right.
And protest this word. You know? Day and night. Not taking time off. in season. Hey, scripture say in season, out of season. We protest in the rain.
Yeah, God.
Protest in the heat.
Snow.
Protest in the ghettos.
Yeah, whether it's snow, whatever.
Yep, that's right. But
Nah,
We
hey,
can
that was the perfect statement to close on, man. Hopefully brothers were edified. We still want to end off by giving all glory and all praises unto
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Rakakodash. Once again, double honors to our apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that teach us this truth and that rule well. Salutations to the Akim that are doing this sincerely and in true faith, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua that's doing it